Hi, everyone. Welcome to the network security session. We are glad you could join us. My name is Shalish Shukla, Vice President and General Manager of Networking here at Google Cloud. Today, we are going to talk about three things. First, our vision for network security. Second, the broader network security portfolio from Google Cloud. And third, some exciting new things in the world of network threat detection, especially in cloud IDS. Today, I'm joined by three leaders. First, Peter Bloom, who runs product management for our network security products. Hi, Peter.
Hey, Shalish, how's it going?
Good. Thank you for joining. Second, Megan Yaya, who is the product manager in charge of our network threat detection offerings. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Shalish.
And in addition, I'm really excited to have Muninder Singh Sambi, Senior Vice President of Product Management at Palo Alto Networks, our partner with whom we are announcing the new Cloud IDS offering. Hi, Muninder. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Shailesh.
So let me start with our broader network security vision. As you can see in the vision statement, our goal with network security is to really make it invisible. By weaving it into the cloud fabric with automated, verifiable protection, simplified controls, and a clear prioritization of critical threats with relevant content, relevant alerts. There is a lot being communicated in that one sentence. So, can I ask Peter if you could kindly help us unpack this a little bit?
Sure thing. The first part of this is that we want to make network security invisible. That means we want to simplify security to the extent it becomes invisible and really just engineered into the cloud fabric. We want to reduce the operational burden of security, but without sacrificing on the levels of protection. Part of how we make network security invisible is providing automated but verifiable protection. So we want to take care of common threats automatically, but we'll always maintain an audit trail, allowing security teams to see exactly what the system is doing. So we want to make things easier, but with full transparency around the actions that we're taking. And we also want to provide simplified controls to allow setting policies and providing visibility across today what can be multiple siloed product interfaces across network and application protection. And we want to provide intelligent suggestions on how to address threats to ease ongoing protection. And finally, the last part of our vision is that we want to reduce the alert noise that can be a burden on security teams. We want to engage security teams only with critical threats. And when we do that, we want to provide them with the relevant context about the threat so they can quickly assess the issue. And where we can, we also want to provide a suggested solution so they can mitigate the issue quickly. We have multiple products today that help fulfill parts of this longer-term vision. I'm going to show these using a simple deployment diagram here with some virtual machines and containers running in our cloud, along with a few of our popular cloud services. The first is perimeter protection, which includes Cloud Armor, which is our DDoS defense and web application firewall, which can protect web apps, sites, and services. Then we have our VPC firewall for managing traffic into, out of, and in between workloads. And then Cloud NAT, which allows for private internet access. VPC service controls to create security perimeters around Google Cloud services. And then finally, packet mirroring, which is a virtual tap that we're going to talk more about in a few minutes. I wanted to quickly highlight a few recent features and capabilities where we're advancing the vision I just spoke about. Let's start with our cloud firewall, where we've been making a number of investments to improve manageability. First, with our Firewall Insights, which provides analytics into how your firewall rules are operating, including highlighting rules that are never used or rules that are overshadowed by higher priority, perhaps overly broad rules. Next is our hierarchical firewall policies, which allow customers the ability to simplify their firewall configuration with a standard set of policies across their entire organization, but with the ability to allow for overrides more locally, such as in a folder or individual VPC. Next, with Cloud Armor, our DDoS and web app firewall offering, we've introduced adaptive protection, which leverages sophisticated machine learning models to learn the unique patterns of good traffic on each service, and then it'll highlight layer 7 DDoS attacks. When it finds an attack, it'll also provide a rule to mitigate that attack. And then we've recently introduced Managed Protection Plus. This is a new premium 12-month subscription that provides access to DDoS response services, DDoS fee protection, along with access to premium features like adaptive protection.
Thank you, Peter. It's exciting to see all these new capabilities. Something else that we have heard from many of our customers is the importance of network threat detection in the cloud environment, especially as customers are running mission-critical workloads in the cloud. So we have actually put a good deal of attention into this area. Peter, do you want to talk about that next?
Sure thing. Let's start with what we introduced last year, which is our packet mirroring capability. This allows reflecting Google virtual network traffic to third-party tools to provide advanced security analysis and deeper network troubleshooting. The system even allows for automatic scaling of third-party ingestion services as your traffic grows over time. You can think of this as a virtual tap or span port, allowing you to plug in critical services like intrusion detection or network threat detection, and bringing the same trusted partners that you use on-prem into the cloud. You'll find we've got a host of partner solutions in our marketplace that have been validated from vendors like Cisco, Palo Alto Networks, Checkpoint, ExtraHop, Blue Hexagon, Threat Warrior, CoreLight, and more. We always want to provide customer choice and enable our customers and partners to integrate with our cloud, and packet mirroring is a great example of that. But something that we heard from many of our customers is that they wanted us to provide an easier path to network threat detection built into our cloud. As we talked with more customers, it was clear that while they wanted a solution that was easy to deploy and manage, where we handled delivering the whole solution, including detection engines, technology, and threat intelligence, they were also very clear they needed complete visibility as they transitioned from what is primarily a perimeter-based inspection on-prem to inspecting traffic within their clouds, and really what they want to do is even between workloads. In fact, when moving workloads into the cloud, many of our customers are looking to deploy these types of capabilities in every single VPC. And finally, one thing that was super clear is they're not willing to compromise on security efficacy. With the increasing sophistication of threats and the massive volume of new malware variants being introduced every day, they absolutely needed a system that provided amazing detection capabilities with low alert noise and false positives backed by world-class research. And so today I'm really excited to announce our new Cloud IDS product, which provides fully managed network threat detection with high levels of security efficacy and low noise. It's quick and easy to deploy, fully managed, scaled, and operated by Google with high performance and high availability built in. And then we're super excited to share that we have partnered with our friends at Palo Alto Networks to embed their industry-leading threat detection technologies to make sure we have industry-leading detection both in breadth of coverage and efficacy, backed by their expert production-proven technologies and world-class threat intelligence teams. I'm now going to hand over to Megan, our expert product manager for Cloud IDS, to take us through more details.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. Here's a broad overview of how Cloud IDS works. Cloud IDS is a fully managed cloud-native product that receives the mirror traffic from customers' network and runs detection technology from Palo Alto Networks under the hood. Cloud IDS may be applied via packet mirroring to any and all traffic to or from a workload, whether it's a compute engine in GCE or a container in GKE. Cloud IDS moves threat detection closer to the workload, not just VPC to internet or VPC to VPC, but also intra-VPC traffic are inspected for full north-south and east-west visibility and detection. This dramatically simplifies the fulfillment of the IDS requirement common to several compliance marks. It also fills in the east-west blind spots suffered by most SOCs in cloud environments. Cloud IDS also integrates with SOAR solutions such as Palo Alto Networks' XSOAR product. This enables customers to set up automated threat responses based on Cloud IDS's alerts. We have also built integrations with third-party SIEM solutions, which provides security information and event management to our customers. Leveraging these partner solutions in conjunction with Cloud IDS gives customers additional visibility into network threats and security analytics on Cloud IDS alerts. We are also building integrations with Chronicle Security Analytics Platform and SCC, the security management platform on GCP. As Peter mentioned before, Cloud IDS is a cloud-native managed next-generation IDS. Being cloud-native means we are offering our customers a native user interface inside the GCP console, where the user can create and manage Cloud IDS endpoint collectors and view the detected threats. Being cloud-native also means that Cloud IDS is fully managed and provides high scalability, performance, and availability. Cloud IDS is simple to deploy. The whole process for getting started with Cloud IDS consists of creating the Cloud IDS endpoint collectors and selecting sources to monitor for detection. It all takes only a few minutes. Customers can deploy their threat detection endpoints with only a few clicks. After the Cloud IDS endpoints are deployed, the traffic will automatically start flowing to the Cloud IDS endpoints, and the user can view the threats that are getting identified in real time. Once the threats are detected, they're both available on Cloud IDS UI and are also automatically sent to Cloud Logging, where customers can decide what their final destination is. Built with Palo Alto Networks threat detection technology, Cloud IDS detects network-based threats, including malware, spyware, and command and control attacks, providing our customers with high security efficacy. Shailesh and Peter made the points earlier about breadth-stop detection mechanisms, high efficacy, and low noise. Our customers asked this to be industry-leading right from the start, and they weren't willing to take a step back in this regard.
That's spot on, Megan. We have had many customers bring up the need for a cloud native service that can enable powerful but easy to deploy network threat detection, which is deeply embedded in our cloud. But what was also clear is that they needed to be best in class in terms of detection capability. So we decided to take an approach where we would partner with Palo Alto Networks, one of the leaders in this area, and with whom we already share a very close relationship. So, with that, let's bring up Muninder Singh Sambi, Senior Vice President of Product Management from Palo Alto Networks, to help me explain more about what we are doing together. Muninder?
Thank you, Salesh. It's great to share the stage here with you today, especially to recognize and see your hard work for the last couple of months come to market.
Thank you, Muninder. Indeed, Palo Alto Networks' next generation firewall is deployed by many, many Google Cloud customers today. And for those of you who don't know, GCP is the cloud platform from which the Prisma Access cloud service from Palo Alto Networks is actually delivered. So, as part of developing our Cloud IDS product, our engineering team spent a lot of time looking at various threat detection capabilities and approaches in the market and found that the Palo Alto detection engine surpassed our expectations. And Muninder, apparently we aren't the only ones who are seeing that experience.
Yes, Shalesh, you're absolutely right. As we heard from Peter earlier, threats are getting really sophisticated, especially as they leverage AI ML technologies. Now, let me give you some specifics as we see it from a security company. There's roughly about 100,000 malware variants that we see on a daily basis. And this is just the average, which is a ton. And they are always evolving to overcome detection mechanisms. And not only are there millions of variants out there, they also spread really fast. In the last couple of attacks and the ransomware, the malware variants that we have seen, about 45,000 of these instances can occur within 30 minutes. So, how do we make sure that we are detecting these threats with the strongest threat signatures possible? There's three elements to this. One is obviously the network effect that we have from the threat feeds and the malware samples that we gather over 250,000 devices that are deployed. The 5 million endpoints, the 15,000 SaaS applications that Palo Alto Network secures. Every day, our cloud based ML powered threat engine sees roughly about 31 million malware samples. That's a lot. And it's the ability for us to actually leverage technologies like AI and ML to process these threats and categorize them whether they're benign or they're malware. But in addition to this, we also need a threat research team. And as you know, we have in the industry's best, what we like to call the threat ninjas, the Unit 42 threat research team that is supported by 200 of the best threat researchers. And they provide a much more further in-depth analysis of the newly discovered threats as well as expert opinion to help us evolve our threat landscape and deliver better threat signatures. This breadth and depth of our threat coverage is one of the reasons why Palo Alto is recognized as the leader in the cybersecurity space. We are the ninth time Gartner Magic Quadrant leader, as well as a leader in the Forrester Firewall Wave. So, what does this all mean for our efficacy and our ability to catch bad stuff? We did ran a third party testing, which is run by cyberratings.org, and we found that our engine blocked 100% of their test suite evasions and blocked 98% of the exploits, giving us a AAA rating, which is the highest they've ever offered. Ultimately, like Peter and Megan talked about, our customers want a simple, highly effective, always on threat detection and network security engine. Achieving this would not have been possible without our partnership with Google. And this partnership is not just a technology licensing agreement. We actually struck a much more in depth design and engineering partnership to deliver an always on, always secure, cloud native managed IDS for the visibility and compliance use case that is fully integrated into the Google console, making it easy to deploy, simple, and managed for our customers. Now, you guys insisted on have this seamless experience for our customers, making it simple, scalable. And from a Palo Alto perspective, we provided the uncompromised security. Under the covers of the Google IDS offering runs the Palo Alto Network enterprise tested threat detection engine that I mentioned before, so that our customers, our joint customers, can be assured that the cloud IDS detection is the best in the industry.
That's a great summary, Muninder. Thank you for that. Customers really want this type of detection in every VPC for each of their workloads. And now we can provide it to them easily and powerfully. So thank you for the partnership. It has been a great experience working with your team, and we are looking forward to expanding the partnership between our two companies. Megan, would you kindly provide us a walkthrough of the actual product?
Of course, Shailesh. Let's deep dive to the demo. Here is how Cloud IDS looks like inside GCP environment. It is located under Network Security section next to Cloud Armor and SSL Policies products. Once you click on Cloud IDS, it brings you to the dashboard page where you can see a summary of top threats and IP addresses that have been detected within your alerts. You can customize the dashboard using the time filters at the top by selecting the time period you're interested in. In order to get started, you first need to create Cloud IDS endpoints. An endpoint is a cluster of VMs that are running Palo Alto Network's threat detection technology under the hood. So first, I enter the endpoint name. Then, enter the network that you want to inspect. If you have a shared VPC, this would be the host project. Cloud IDS creates a peered VPC network attached to the network you specify here. The next step allows you to specify minimum threat severity alerts you would like to see, such as low and above, where low is for minor threats with little impact on organization's infrastructure, and critical is a serious alert. Once you create this endpoint, you're going to see it under Endpoints tab. Now you have an IDS endpoint that is ready to receive and inspect traffic and generate threats. But it is not receiving any traffic yet until you attach a packet mirroring policy to it that will mirror the traffic from the associated VPC. Click Attach to set up your packet mirroring policy. Now traffic from the specified source is mirrored to the IDS endpoint for inspection. So you give the policy a name. And you pick the mirrored sources. And you press Submit. The policy is going to show up next to your endpoint, such as this policy that I had created before. And that's it. Now you have your endpoint and you have the packet mirroring policy. So the traffic is flowing to the endpoint and the detection is happening. So you can go to the Threats tab to see the reported threats. The time filter on top allows you to view threats for a specific time period. You can also use the filter menu to filter by other threat properties, such as severity or source IP addresses. You can now click on a specific threat to get more details about that threat. Once you click on View Threat Details, it's going to take you to Threat Details page. Threat Details page also shows the application based on Application Identification Technology, App ID. It also shows you information about the CVE, severity, threat type, and more description about the alert. If you go back, you can see that alternatively, you can click on View Threat Logs. That will take you to a new tab with threat information in Cloud Logging. Cloud Logging also enables downstream integrations with your SIEM tools such as Splunk or SOAR tools such as Palo Alto XSOAR. You can also create custom workflows to take remediation action based on alerts, such as creating a cloud function that triggers on an alert and generates a firewall rule to block the IP address.
Thank you, Megan, for the wonderful demo. And thanks everyone for joining us today and learning more about the new Google Cloud IDS offering. You can learn more and get started by going to cloud.google.com/IDS. Bye.